Hi, Debbie Morton here, and I just want to take a hot minute to let you know that the video you are about to watch wasn't filmed specifically here for YouTube. It was actually over on my Facebook page, and I've brought that content over here to YouTube. So disregard any references to anything Facebook. I'm happy to have you along. If you like my content, you can leave a comment in the comment section, subscribe, and hit that bell if you'd like to be notified anytime I go live in the future. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and thanks for watching. Hello, I am back to Walk and Talk Wednesdays, and I'm actually walking. We had an absolutely amazing thunderstorm yesterday that came through town. I hope you guys can hear me okay. There's a lot of wind and breeze. If you're watching live and you can't hear me, let me know. I'll turn around and see if I can get the wind coming from behind me so that you can hear a little better. But anyways, I wanted to give a quick update in follow-up to the live I did on Friday, I think, from my car when I was doing a volunteer committee for the Super Bowl host committee. Anyways, so the question I put out to everyone, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate all of the feedback that I got and all the stories that I got. I even got some phone calls, some messages around the topic that I talked about, which was, what is the best way to go about selling all of my stuff? Like hiring an estate sale company to get rid of all of my stuff, or should I just do it myself? And I want to give you a quick update on that. I had several referrals from a number of different real estate agents of different estate sale companies. And I put calls out to, I want to say about 6 or 7 of them, and only 2 called me back. And I think I mentioned on Friday's live that the 2 that called me back, it just seemed like it was going to be pretty pricey. But I did meet with somebody yesterday. She came out, she took pictures of everything in the house. And I want to share this story because it's so refreshing when you come across an honest person and an honest person in sales. And so this woman came and went around the house and took pictures. And I don't have a whole lot of stuff. You know, I've got furniture and, you know, your typical household goods and stuff like that. And so after taking pictures of everything, she gave me the rate, which is $3,500 or 40%, whichever's greater. And so based on your feedback, which is why I'm so grateful for all of you, based on your feedback, at the end of our meeting, I just said, you know, I'm a little bit torn, and here's my quandary, is I've heard so many horror stories about people who have used estate sales companies, and in the end, the companies get so much stuff, or so much of the money, and then whatever's left gets donated. But the individual who has the estate sale like this, very, very little proceeds that come back out of it. And she said to me, she goes, "Do you want my professional opinion?" And I'm thinking, okay, here it goes. I'm going to get the little sales pitch about, you know, how they belong to all these different organizations and they can do all of the advertising and the marketing, and they're going to take away, like, I was just waiting for the whole sales pitch, you know, still in my mind thinking, is this really going to be worth it to hire a company to do this sale for me? And so I said, yeah, I would like your professional opinion. And she said, do the sale yourself. And she said, you know, I look around and, you know, maybe you have $3,000 to $5,000 worth of stuff here when it's all said and done. And, you know, just bring in some friends, organize it yourself, have the sale. You'll definitely clear a lot more money. And I had said, like, I could bring in 4 or 5 friends and we could set everything up. And, you know, it would be fun. It would be fun hanging out with my friends. I'm kind of hearing a lot of wind. So if you're hearing a lot of wind, let me know. I'll turn around, and I think I can cut the wind down if I'm going the other direction. So anyways, I really appreciated her honesty. And so I kind of put that now into action, talking to a few of my friends who are going to either fly in or people who live locally here. And I think with 4 or 5 people just, you know, all descending on the house all at once, organizing everything. She even gave me like all the websites. She's like, pay $100 and advertise on this site. And she gave me all the different sites. So I want to say kudos to her for being so honest. And for anybody who's in sales, it's like, even though I may not be using her services this time, she's definitely somebody I would refer, because if she could help somebody, I know that she would be very honest in letting them know that she could help or not help or whatever. So just want to say that real quick. And I want to talk a little bit about anxiety. It's getting real now. Like, I'm thinking of having the sale. I haven't totally finalized the date, but I'm thinking about having the estate sale on May like 19th, 20th, something like that. And then once everything's gone, I'm really pretty much just going to clean out the house and I'm ready to hit the road. And change of plans, I'll probably head to Colorado Springs first because there's a company event. So I'll probably head up the road to Colorado Springs, then head back to either California or Washington and come either down or up the Pacific coast, not sure which one. So anyways, something that I'm starting to experience now because it is getting closer is a little bit of anxiety. And I just want to talk about, how I'm dealing with it. And if this is something that can help you as well, hopefully this is something that you can think about as well. So first of all, I love adventure. And many, many years ago, I rode my bicycle cross country. And it was with an organization called the American Lung Association. We collected 7,000 in donations, and then we could ride our bike and they would support us and transport our gear. And I remember as I got closer and closer to that trip, it is windy out here. Is this better, you guys? Is it better if I walk this way? I don't hear as much wind. We'll try this for a while. Let me know which is better and I'll turn around. So I remember as I got closer and closer to that trip, it was only natural for me to start to just think of all the stuff that could happen. This is long before the days of cell phones. We didn't even have cell phones. I thought, what if I get lost? What if I have an accident? What if I crash? There was just all the what if. But the idea that I could accomplish sounds good this way. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. So the idea that I could accomplish that bike ride across the country was all right, I have to set aside this anxiety. So every time I would start to think about the what if, whatever, I had to just know that that's my brain trying to protect me. Our brain is always trying oh my gosh, there's all these dangers out there. Danger, danger, danger. And I had to consciously shift my thought. Thinking about how amazing it's going to be when I get to the other side, thinking about how amazing it's going to be to meet people along that journey. And I had to consciously think about my thoughts so that I could get out of a place because once you start down a pattern, a rabbit hole of negative thoughts, you just start feeding into it and you can just start thinking of all the reasons why you should have an anxiety. And I will share for those of you who've been following me for a while. By the way, yesterday was Valentine's Day. That wasn't the tough day. Today is the 10th anniversary of John and I's very first date. And he always bragged that he got to get out of the first Valentine's by taking me out the day after Valentine's. But, ever since he passed in June, every morning I wake up and it's the first thought on my mind is John's not here. I'm facing this day alone. I have to face decisions alone and all of the what ifs and everything else. And I will say that I'm getting pretty good at it. Every morning when that first thought goes through my mind, I have to stop and shift my focus, because what you focus on expands. I have to shift my focus on what am I going to do today? What am I grateful for today? And thinking about, this upcoming trip. There is anxiety around this upcoming trip. I'm selling everything and I'm going to not have a house, all the, what I guess most people would perceive as security. For me, I feel it's kind of a little bit of an anchor right now, but I love adventure. Nevertheless, there's still this what if I'm out on the road and I don't know where I'm going to end up? What if I break down? I'm trying to think of what's the safety equipment that I need to have in my car. And there's a part of me that gets a little anxious sometimes, this is a big step. And again, I have to stop. I have to be consciously aware of what my brain is doing to stay out of that rabbit hole, to stop feeding all of the what ifs. What if this happened? What if that happened? What ifs aren't reality. What ifs are just thoughts that have no meaning. I'll deal with it when it happens. But really being focused on, if you're having some anxiety around anything, and I'm by no means giving the clinical everything, I'm just saying what's working for me is just being aware of where my thoughts are at any time or at any given time, and what is it that, let's see if we can get, it is a little breezy out here, isn't it? Just really being aware of the negative thoughts, because we have the ability to think about what we're thinking about and choose what our thoughts are. So whenever I'm feeling in that anxious state, whenever I'm feeling, frustrated about something or sad about something or wanting to maybe go die, I don't suffered depression at all, but anything that might be a depressing thought, to be aware of why it's happening. It's my brain just trying to protect me, acknowledging it. You know, thank you for taking care of me, brain, but I got it from here. I get to choose what I'm going to focus on going forward. And I can tell you, I am so excited about the idea of this nomad adventure, of being able to be out on the road, going to some of these different resorts, heading over to Europe, spending some time in Europe, St. Martin, Mexico, different resorts throughout the U.S. I'm really excited for that experience. Doesn't mean it doesn't come without anxiety. It doesn't mean it won't come without some fears or concerns or anything else. But just staying in the mindset of being positive and knowing it's all going to work out. Like there's nothing that I can't figure out. Now we've got cell phones. Right when I was doing my bike ride, we didn't even have cell phones. At least now I have a cell phone I can call people. So anyways, just wanted to share that, give you an update. Thank you all so much for the feedback when I asked the question about the estate sales company. Thank you so much for the feedback around that. I will be probably doing a lot more of the nomad updates because it is literally, we're just a couple months away. And so lots of things I'm lining up right now, doctor's visits, you know, all the things that I need to take care of before I hit the road. A trip to the dentist, I'm trying to get all of that scheduled right now so that once I hit the road, like it's all kind of behind me. So anyways, have a wonderful rest of the day. Have a wonderful afternoon. And I will see you next Wednesday on the Walk and Talk. Have a great day. Bye.